broadcasting live from San Pablo City. This is JPC 88.2.
Current news.
News with no exemptions. Good day, San Pablo City. Good day, everyone. I am Pia Celerio.
I am Diana Mendoza.
And you're listening to
Pag Sally.
V-Voice, your news.
For the top story of the day, February 6, 2021.
Earth's climate has changed throughout history.
Causes and effects of acid rain.
Current news in Antarctica. Now for our first news, Earth's climate has changed throughout history. How did this happen? And who are the ones who are responsible for this?
Carbon dioxide display new weather patterns that can last for as little as a few decades or up to millions of years. Climate change are not only changing the world but also for us humans. We are now suffering from it. It takes a billion years before we realize that the cause and effects of climate change is depending on our hands. One of the causes of climate change is explosion of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere due to human activities like mostly burning of coal and other fossil fuels, but also cement production, deforestation, and other landscape changes. What we did know is even driving our own car has a big impact and even make climate change worsen. As climate change worsens, dangerous weather events are becoming more frequent or severe. One of the effects is increasing of global temperature and sea level rise. Best solution for climate change is to go for renewable and to lessen human activities that involve CO2. We can do even little things like moving closer to work, then do not have too much use of transportation. It could help us from being healthy. We can at least walk because we are just near on our school, work, and etc. We also cannot stop ourselves from using plastic, so why don't we consume less and use it again? And from that we are at least help ourselves on saving money, and lastly, we can at least help the future generation.
Methane. Methane is a flammable gaseous hydrogen carbon that is used as a fuel and as a starting material in chemical synthesis. One cause for methane is the breakdown or the decay of organic material and can be introduced into the atmosphere. Effect of this can be a harm to a person's health. This can result in vision, memory loss, diarrhea, vomiting, facial flushing, headache, and more. What will happen if there is too much methane in the environment? The atmosphere can also affect the abundance of other greenhouse gases like tropospheric zone, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. Methane can be able to trap heat in the atmosphere and will contribute to climate change. Here are one of the actions that could also destroy our Earth and also contribute in making the climate change more powerful than us. Methane is odorless gas that always occurs in nature and has the possibility to destroy it. It is also a product of human activities, and it is said that it usually occurs in wetlands and anaerobic material decomposition of vegetable matter underwater.
Why does carbon dioxide has an impact also to our environment and also the cause of climate change? Every person emits the equivalent of approximately 2 tons of carbon dioxide a year from the time food is produced to when the human body excretes. It representing more than 20% of total yearly emissions. Generally, humans are biggest contributor in destroying our own city or even our own planet. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas that mostly this gas absorb and radiate heat. The cause of carbon dioxide are human activities such as the burning of oil, coal, and gas, as well as the deforestation are the primary cause of the increased carbon dioxide contribution in the atmosphere, but increase in greenhouse gases have tipped the Earth's energy budget out of balance, trapping additional heat and raising Earth's average temperature. Too much carbon dioxide climate change. Now, for our next news, causes and effect of acid rain, here's Pia Salerio for more details.
Acid rain is any form of precipitation that have acidic components. It could possibly sulfuric or nitric acid that is from the atmosphere that fall to the ground just like how the raindrop does. The causes of acid rain include sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide, released into the atmosphere and was transported by wind and currents. Some of the causes are the exhaust from cars, trucks, and buses that releases nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide into the air. Everything that could be toxic in our Mother Earth has effects. Mostly to forests, acid rain would even dissolve in nutrients and has a lot of elements that trees need to be healthy. While acid rain cannot harm humans directly, the sulfur dioxide that creates it can cause health problems. Specifically, sulfur dioxide particles in the air can encourage chronic lung problems like asthma and bronchitis. The acid rain has the possibility for aluminum to release into the soil, which make the tree have difficulty in taking up water. It could also be harmful to fish and other wildlife. It is shocking that even rain could possibly be acid rain, and we cannot control it, unless we humans did not use too much engine and factories that we are involved.
Thank you, Pia. Don't go away. Pagsalik will be right back after a few reminders.
Mommy, I'm home! I have learned so much today. I have learned that too much carbon dioxide and methane is bad.
Really? What else did your teacher said?
My teacher said that this carbon overload is caused mainly when we burn fossils like coal, oil, gas, or cut down and burn forests. And if there's too much carbon dioxide, it becomes a poisonous gas when there's too much of it. Methane is also bad because it contributes to climate change.
Is that so? Well then, we have to take care of our Earth, especially that the Earth's climate change is happening.
Yes, Mommy! Take care of our Mother Earth. A friendly reminder from Kalikasan Organization.
Time check. It is 8:58 a.m.
Now we're back for our third news. Current news in Antarctica. For more details, here's Diana Mendoza.
Climate change has a big effect on Antarctica. High ice sheet and the polar location make the Antarctica a powerful heat sink that can strongly affect the climate of the whole Earth. The warming of the Antarctica Peninsula is causing changes to the physical and living environment of Antarctica. Both the ice sheet and the sea ice are potentially melting. Antarctica species are dramatically impacted by climate as well. The distribution of penguin colonies has changed as the sea ice condition alter. Melting of perennial snow and ice cover has resulted in increased colonization by plants. What do polar bears need? They need something that are what they have since the beginning. They know that polar bears are primary habitat in sea ice, where will be no polar bears if there are no ice. It is like there is no fish if there are no oceans. Most of the polar bears, as of today, are experiencing some degree of ice loss. During the loss of ice to their continent, polar bears are having difficulty in finding food. They are now dying. With the ice retreating earlier in spring and forming wax later in winter, the bears have less time to hunt prey and have to go without food for longer. As the polar bears are dying, it is a concrete proof that our world is dying and seeking for help, not only in Antarctica, but also to those continents that are now suffering to extinction.
Thank you, Diana. That's all for today. I am Pia Salario,
I am Diana Mendoza, your daily news reporter.
news reporter. Tune in again live tomorrow with the same time slot.
Current news.
News with no extension.
Pagsali.
We voice your news.